All really inhabited space bears the essence of the notion of home. Whenever the human being has found the slightest shelter, the imagination build walls of impalpable shadows, comfort itself with the illusion of protection, or, just to the contrary, tremble behind thick walls, mistrust the staunchest ramparts. The sheltered being gives perceptible limits to his shelter. He experiences the house in its reality and in its virtuality, by means of thought and dreams. An entire past comes to dwell in a new house. When memories of other places we have lived in come back to us, we travel to the land of motionless childhood. Memory and imagination. Was the room a large one? Was the garret cluttered up? Was the nook warm? How was it lighted? How, too, in these fragments of space, did the human being achieve silence? How did he relish the very special silence of the various retreats of solitary daydreaming? Memories are motionless, and the more securely they are fixed in space, the sounder they are. The old house where star and rose come and go. My shadow forms a resonant shell. And the poet listened to his past. In the shell of his body's shadow. In many respects, a corner that is lived in tends to reject and restrain, even to hide, life. The corner becomes a negotiation of the universe. In one's corner one does not talk to oneself. When we recall the hours we have spent in our corners, we remember above all silence, the silence of our thoughts. The corner is a haven that ensures us one of the things we prize most highly, immobility. Consciousness of being at peace in one's corner produces a sense of immobility, and this, in turn, radiates immobility. I am the space where I am. This is a great line. But nowhere can it be better appreciated than in a corner. But there are angles from which one cannot escape. Yet even in this prison, there is peace. Imprisoned star caught in the instant's freezing. The concept that corresponds to a shell is so clear, so hard, and so sure that a poet, unable simply to draw it and, reduced rather to speaking of it, is at first at a loss for images. He is arrested in his fight towards dream values by the geometrical reality of the forms. And these forms are so numerous, often so original, that after a positive examination of the shell world, the imagination is defeated by reality. Here it is nature that imagines, and nature is very clever. Geometrical forms. Transcendental geometry. The imagination is constantly confronted with the strangeness of the world. And what is more, the imagination, by virtue of its freshness and its own peculiar activity, can make what is familiar into what is strange. With a single poetic detail, the imagination confronts us with a new world. From then on, the detail takes precedence over the panorama, and a simple image, if it is new, will open up an entire world.